Okay, so this morning I'm going to make my kids some cheesy scrambled eggs and some bacon, and I just wanted to kind of show you guys how I make keto cheesy scrambled eggs and bacon. And I found one of the best ways to make bacon is to actually cook it in the oven, and not fry it in a pan. First of all, especially if you're cooking a lot of bacon, you can cook a lot more at one time. But it just comes out really good. So I have 7 eggs here because probably all 3 of my kids are going to have eggs. If not, there'll be some left over, or maybe I'll eat it. I'm going to crack these into a bowl. We're going to put some heavy whipping cream in there, some sea salt, some garlic powder, some onion powder. And I'm going to mix all that up in this big bowl here, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so here we have the 7 eggs. Probably, I didn't measure the heavy whipping cream, but it's probably at least 2 tablespoons. I don't measure spices usually either. Good amount of salt, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder. And I'm just going to whisk all this up with a fork till it's all mixed in really good. I'm doing this left-handed, so that's a little bit of a challenge. I got my pan over there heating up, and when that's all heated up and this is all mixed up well, I'm going to put a big old glob of butter in there. Lots of butter. When you're doing keto, you want a lot of butter. Butter is good for you. Real butter, not margarine, none of that other fake junk. You want the real butter. You don't have to buy Kerrygold butter. Everybody on keto says Kerrygold, Kerrygold, Kerrygold. Yes, Kerrygold is great. It's probably a very healthy butter, but at my grocery store, it's $5 for one 8-ounce package, and we go through a lot of butter. I would say at least a pound a week. So I can't afford buying that much butter at $5 a pop. So we just buy regular store brand, salted or unsalted butter. Remember, when you're doing keto, you want lots of salt. That looks mixed up pretty good. So I'm going to come over here and put a bunch of butter in my pan, and then we're going to dump this egg mix in. Seriously though, how cute is this butter dish? I know it's got, this is real life, remember? So we got some butter residue around the edge here, but look at this. I found this at Goodwill for like maybe $1.99 or something. I absolutely love it. My little chicken butter dish. I think it's super cute. It's my favorite. Oop. Okay, so we're gonna put a good amount of butter. That's probably a couple tablespoons worth. Okay, so we got the butter in here. Just gonna make sure that's all melted really good. Okay, so that is melted up pretty good. So we're going to take our egg mixture here, and we're just going to dump it in the pan. Get as much out of there as we can. And while this is cooking, I kind of push it around a little bit as it cooks. But I want to show you guys how I do my bacon. You're going to need a cookie sheet, and you can use some parchment paper or aluminum foil in the bottom of your cookie sheet if you want. I just usually stick it on the pan as is and not add anything to it. So I'm going to let this cook for a little bit, and hopefully I can show you guys one-handed and left-handed how I do my bacon. Okay, I know this cookie sheet is a mess, but it works good. Obviously, I'm going to need to get some new cookie sheets soon. So what I do is I take the bacon. I think I can do this. Take the bacon out and fold it in half lengthwise like that. And you stick it on your cookie sheet. You want to heat your oven up to 400, 425. Lately, I've been doing 425. It cooks a little faster that way. But you want to keep an eye on it for sure, because if you don't, it's going to burn. I'm speaking from experience here. I burnt a whole cookie sheet full of bacon one day. So, take all your bacon, just fold it in half. I might cook up the rest of this pack here. Because even if the kids don't eat it all, I will definitely have some. Because bacon, you guys, it's good. So I'm going to finish this up. And there it is. Got the rest of that pack on this cookie sheet. I'm going to stick it in the oven. I usually pull it out, check on it, I don't know, 7 minutes or so. And I will drain the fat off, all the grease and the fat off. Just so, because there's a lot of fat in this bacon, just so that it doesn't, you know, fill up the tray and spill over into the oven. So I'm going to stick that in the oven, then we'll come back to the eggs. I probably should have started the bacon first, but oh well. Okay, back to the eggs. Mix this up here. This is hard to do one-handed. I might have to have somebody tape for me while I'm doing this. Stick them to the bottom. I let it sit too long. I'm going to mix this up a little bit better here, and we'll come back to you in a second. Okay, here's our eggs. I might have turned this up a little too high. So here's the eggs. They're all cooked pretty well. So now we're going to add some cheese. And I don't measure this out. Again, we do lazy keto. Haven't been measuring things and weighing things for a while. In the beginning, I really suggest that you do. Maybe not the first week or two starting keto, because you want to get your body just used to eating more of the fats and less of the carbs and sugar that your body's used to eating normally. But after the first week or two, I really suggest, you know, counting macros and kind of weighing out your food, just so you can get a good idea of, you know, the size of your portions. Because normally, you know, America, we've got huge portions, and we don't know exactly what a portion size really is. So it's really good to do it in the beginning. But I haven't been weighing or measuring anything for months and months. I did, though. I did. So I mixed in some cheese. I'm going to put a little bit more in here. I like lots of cheese. My kids like lots of cheese. I can smell the bacon cooking. And I like to mix the cheese in. I don't want to just stick it on there and let it melt that way. I want to mix it in so all the cheese is incorporated really good into the eggs. I think that's probably plenty of cheese. I'm going to mix this up a little more and come right back to you. Alright, so here's my eggs. They're done. I turned the burner off. So here's our bacon. This is probably about halfway through cooking. I'm going to take it and just use the corner there and drain it off into my grease collector here. My pickle jar. You can save your grease, your bacon grease and fat, and cook with it. It's great to cook with. You want that fat. This I don't. Sometimes I save the grease and the fat and I cook with it. Other times I don't. In this case, I haven't been when I cook my bacon. I'm gonna flip these over just to make sure that it's cooking even on both sides. You probably don't have to, but I just like to do it. So I'm going to flip these over and stick them back in the oven. Okay, so here we have the bacon. I cooked it for, you know, about another 5 minutes on the other side, maybe 5 minutes. I don't often time things. I just wait till it looks like it's done. That's been working so far, except for that time that I burnt the whole batch of bacon. That wasn't good because I forgot about it. Anyways, doesn't this bacon look amazing, you guys? It's just like the perfect color and texture. I know the cookie sheet looks terrible, but this is seriously the best way to cook bacon. I never thought you could cook bacon in the oven and have it come out this good. Okay, I'm going to make a plate of this up for my 10-year-old. I'll show you her plate after I get it all together. So here's her plate all ready to go. Cheesy scrambled eggs and bacon. This is probably one of my favorite breakfast dishes right now. And I like to add like a half an avocado when I make this for myself and my husband. I'm still getting used to avocado. I'm learning to like it. It's super good for you. I know, good fats, healthy food. I never liked it before. I think it's a texture thing for me. But I've learned if I put a lot of salt on it, which again, you need a lot of salt on keto. Good salt, not your regular table salt. But I found if I put a lot of salt on it, I can eat it much easier than if I don't. So anyway, there you go. There is how I cook my cheesy scrambled eggs and bacon for breakfast. Keto, good, healthy, fatty, keto breakfast to keep you fueled and going in the morning. This will keep you full for a while. So give it a shot. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. Hope to see you later. Bye.